Exactly. And two other things I thought were really interesting. I heard this recently is that people love to buy, but they don't like to be sold.
Exactly. People love to buy. Look at the malls. They're filled with people that are just looking to buy. And
Exactly.
yeah,
And there wouldn't be such a thing as retail therapy if it weren't for the fact that some people at least really love to buy.
yeah. There's another saying as well. People buy what they want and not what they need.
Exactly.
And if
Exactly.
you have a conversation with your prospects and your clients in a way that really helps them recognize that this is what they really want. People, for example, if you want to lose weight, do people want to lose weight or do they want to get back into their skinny jeans? They want to
Exactly.
get right. They want to get back in their skinny jeans. So the sales conversation really starts with 7 steps, and I call this the steps that we teach the sales mountain. And what most people do is, there's a process. And what the sales mountain discusses are those 7 steps to get to the process, to the top of the sale, the top 25% of the mountain, which is called the sweet spot. That's when you ask for the sale. However, if you don't know when to ask and you ask in a manner that really makes the client step back, then you probably, or those that are wanting to close a sale, have skipped a couple of steps. So I'll tell you what I mean by that. Let's say you want to marry someone. You meet them, that's called a lead, right?
Right.
And then, for example, so let's say you and I met you and I said, oh, wow, Karma, your eyes are beautiful. I just really love how your hair flows and you're just amazing. Will you marry me?
No thanks.
Time out. She's weird, right? And this is
Right.
what most people do when they enter into a networking event. They meet somebody, it's a lead, and they go right off and they start blah 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 blah. Will you marry me? Right? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Here's what I have to offer. This is what my product is, and would you like to buy it from me right now? It doesn't work that way. You have to go through the process. You got to find a lead first, and then you got to set the appointment. So there are 7 steps, and what I would like to do now is just to give you an acronym on what those steps are. Would you like that?
Yeah, and then we can maybe go into them a little bit after the break.
Okay, so for in the meantime, right before the break, what I'll give you is write this down. Latisco, Latisco. So those are the initials of the 7 steps to get to the sweet spot, which is to ask for the sale, the close.
Awesome.
Okay.
And just to add another point to this is if you give your services for free, people don't value them. Sometimes they have to actually make an investment in you in order to experience the transformation that you offer. So
Yes,
sales becomes
exactly.
very important at that point.
Well, it's an exchange of energy. So this is another principle. The more they pay, the more they pay attention.
Exactly.
When people get things for free, they don't see the value in it. But if you're asking for them to commit to themselves and they're really saying yes to themselves, yes, that I'm ready to make this change, until you get that commitment that they really want to make the change and to resolve the problem that they came to you for the solution to help them solve it, they're not going to do anything. As you know, as an entrepreneur and you're in sales, until one is ready to move forward, they're not going to move. Think about people that want to quit smoking.
Right.
I smoked for years, and it wasn't until I made that decision that I really didn't want to die, because that was the question I asked myself. Do I really want to die? And I said no. And it was that day when I made that decision, I don't want to die anymore, I stopped smoking right then and there.
Wow.
It's powerful when you decide to do something. When you
Exactly.
when you help your clients decide that they want the change and they want to reach out their hand and have you grab it and help them do it together, it is only then and only then that they will say yes. And they're not saying yes to you. They're
Saying
saying
yes
yes to
to
themselves.
themselves. Right.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, now it is time to go for a quick break.